Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz, and I am joined by my dudes, Matt Berkland at ChaiBurk96 and Goose, my boy at Bull Scripted. And we are here to talk about the Bulls win over the Pacers, second Bulls win in a row, which is pretty fucking cool and tough, by the way. 113-97. Before we get into that, be sure you're going to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at OnTap Sportsnet. Follow my dude Burke at ChaiBurk96. Following Goose at Bull Scripted. Follow me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. Guys, 2 games in a row. 2 wins in a row. I am here in St. Louis right now, and there's nothing going on. Shocker. So I got to watch the game from Ballpark Village tonight. I actually got them to turn it on a little bit there on NBA TV, and I was watching on my phone. But Goose, we'll start with you, man. Second game in a row. We did not do an Easter recap just because family was over. It was just kind of hard to navigate through all that. But second game in a row, we get a win. But Indiana's without arguably their best player.
Yeah, without arguably their 2 best players in Brogdon and Sabonis. So, while it is nice to have won in the fashion that we did, and Vooch going off with 32 points and 17 fucking rebounds, putting together a masterpiece of a game there. I don't want to get too excited yet. The Raptors are a hungry team. They made the trade for Gary Trent. Not that Powell is really, a bad player. He's a good player as well, but Gary Trent has come in. They got a little mini infusion of energy going there. So the Raptors are hungry to get that 10th spot from us, and we play them next. So I'm really looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, I am as well. Burke, what did you see tonight, brother?
I really liked seeing all the ball movement going around. It would have been a lot nicer if Sabonis was in the lineup tonight. And then also, too, the Pacers lost Miles Turner later in the game. But I think, the first true test is going to be against this Toronto team who's really hungry to get ahead of us. And again, same deal with the Nets game on Easter. We did win, but they were still without Harden and Durant. So I'm still taking with the grain of salt, but I'm very optimistic.
Yeah, it kind of seems like that seems to be the tall tale of a couple of our wins this year. And Goose, I know you can attest to this because we've laughed about it on this podcast a million times. Seems like when we play these games that are really supposed to test us, the best players from the opposing team aren't there.
No, I hope it's not a matter of teams not taking us serious and trying to gift us that last spot in the playoffs here because they want to see us and assure themselves to moving on to the next round. I'd hate to think that it's that kind of mentality because teams have rested their best players against us for the last couple of years. We've been a tanking team. We're trying to reestablish that culture, and you'd like to think with 2 All-Stars on your roster, opposing teams would get up for it. But to this point, we haven't really seen much of a change.
Yeah, and I don't know. It just kind of depresses me sometimes because, when I think you said it yourself, and then I've always been like, fuck that, I want to win, But I guess it feels kind of shitty sometimes when you're playing a team that's not up to its full capabilities and you pick up a win and you're kind of going towards something that seems like a quick exit. Does that make sense? It's just kind of like, well, you're not beating these elite, well, maybe not elite, but these best players that are on this opposing team. But, we could sit there and talk about that all night. Let's get into this box score a little bit. Now, like you had brought up, we got to start with Vooch. 35 minutes tonight. Buddy takes 29 shots, boys. He goes 14 for 29. 4 for 7 from downtown. 11 defensive rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds for a total of 17. 5 assists. Did have 4 turnovers, but he scores 32 points. What did you see from Vooch tonight? What was the takeaway? Just kind of finally running the offense through him? Is that something that we can expect moving forward? Burke, we'll start with you and move on to Goose.
That's what I saw. Is I saw that they were playing the inside out. They were taking advantage of Sabonis being out, going after Sumner early. Sumner got into foul trouble right in the first quarter with 2 fouls. And then you could see Vooch just showing off his, versatility on offense, scoring in the post, scoring in the mid-range, scoring from the 3. Again, it was 30 points. It wasn't as impressive because he did have a high volume of shots, but still just seeing that he can do all of that. And we didn't have that before. That's going to be huge. And hopefully the next time we play the Pacers, when they have Sabonis, he can do the same thing.
Goose?
No, I mean, obviously the high volume of shots was there, but as I said, kind of when I cut you off, he could have gone for 50 tonight. There was a lot of shots that are gimmies for him that he'll usually make, and he did make at other points of the night. So the fact that we're starting to feed him and we're comfortable feeding him is something that makes me happy, because I think Vooch is the best player on our team, or at least the most reliable and consistent player on our team at this point. And hopefully Zach LaVine comes along, because I don't know how much longer we can say, oh, it's the ankle injury when you see him dunking the way that he's dunking. He did limp off the court, at half. I didn't watch at the end of the game, but at halftime he did limp off. So maybe it is still ailing him quite a bit, but I don't know how much of an excuse you can give a guy that's still leaping out of the gym like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another situation of a poor shooting night for Zach. I mean, he goes 6 for 18 from the field, 4 for 12 from downtown, shoots 4 free throws, makes 3 of them. He scores 19 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers. He's plus 16 in the plus minus, which, again, I mean, I'm a broken record. I really don't give a fuck about that half the time. This isn't hockey, But it's just his percentages are down across the board. And we could blame the ankle injury. We can sit and blame him trying to get used to playing with Vooch. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not the same Zach LaVine that was helping us along during the first part of the season where he was named an all-star. And if we want to make any sort of noise, whether a team is healthy or not, he needs to be that guy again. I mean, I understand that it's almost unsustainable how he was shooting before. I mean, only a handful of players, 4 players in league history have ever done what he was doing when we were closing in on the All-Star break. I understand it's not a sustainable thing, but I'm not used to seeing this Zach struggle offensively. He's always been pretty efficient. I mean, especially in the beginning part of this year as well, but he's always been more efficient than what the box score is reading. So let's move on into Patrick Williams. Want to talk about him a little bit? Now, as you guys know, I'm in St. Louis. I'm in a hotel. I caught bits and pieces of the game. What did we see from him tonight? What did it look like? I mean, he finishes 4 for 8, 10 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, 4 steals for Pat, 2 turnovers, -4 in the box score if you give a fuck about that kind of thing. Goose, we'll start with you. We'll move on to Burke.
No, there was a couple plays tonight on some offensive boards where I thought he was Thaddeus Young. I was like, oh shit, Thad's doing his thing. Oh wait, that's Patrick. And no, I mean, for me, I guess I want Pat to stand out more. He is starting to get more aggressive in attacking the cup. He did hit a big 3 tonight as well, but I need more, man. Like I need more.
So, you're looking for that aggressiveness to finally come out, right?
It's got to come out. You have Vooch facilitating out of the post now. It's going to be cutters galore. It's going to be his bread and butter. They're going to be playing right into his strengths in this new offense that's running, from close to the basket. So, hopefully, as everybody continues to acclimate to this, obviously it's only been the last 5 games. We went from a perimeter-centric offense to a post-centric offense, so everybody's going to take time to adjust, and that includes Zach. But I think it's going to benefit everybody, and Pat is one of the guys that needs to start being more aggressive.
Burke?
I mean, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. He's shown flashes all year. It's time to step up now that he doesn't have to be one of those offensive options now that you got Zach and Vooch there. And he needs to just let the game come to him and see how Vooch is able to get the ball to him. Because on that 3 tonight, he just had the right spacing and he could do that. So he's just now with that spacing, he's got to get aggressive with it.
Well, because we had another one of his infamous, instead of shooting the ball, I'm going to travel instead.
Yeah, that's getting old. I saw that play. Yeah, that's the thing here. And I know I'm not trying to nitpick it and get into a crazy let's dive deep conversation or anything, because we know, Lord knows, we're going to get there eventually, but I don't think it's a play call thing. I think it's a mindset thing with Pat. And
Blending's fine. What he's doing, I have no problems with his help defense tonight. His hands are always active, so I have no real gripe with Pat, but there's more. So it's not disappointment or frustration with him. It's just it's there, kid. Just do it.
Just make it happen kind of thing. Right. I agree with that. So let's move into another guy. Let's move into Lauri Markkanen here tonight. 5 for 7 from the field in 22 minutes, 3 for 4 from downtown. Hits 2 out of 2 free throws. He goes for 15 and 6. Lauri's shot was falling tonight, and I'm not going to sit and go fucking crazy because his shot was falling. I'm not. I mean, this is just, it's what I expect out of Lauri Markkanen to do. Hit your fucking shot when you have open shots. Do it. And, I just, God, man. I mean, Goose, you know this. We've done all these. I mean, Burke, you've been on the pod too. You guys know I'm a fucking Lauri stan.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not anymore.
I was going to say, so I'll admit, right when the trade happened, I was in the buzz boat thinking that Lauri and Vooch on the floor together would spread the floor and it would be perfect. I am now on Bull Scripted Island. Thad Young and Vooch should be the 2 starters.
Yeah, I bought a house there too.
Yeah.
I bought a house there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I told Goose that, I mean, when they started him the first game, I texted him. I was like, I knew they were going to fucking start him. He goes, no, they should be starting Thad. I'm like, no chance they bench him right now because of what he's working towards, or if they're trying to build some sort of fucking value for a sign and trade. Like Goose and I have brought up Burke, we've texted about this a million times, trying to build some sort of value up and really see what you have from him. I'm not impressed by it. And Goose, I'll let you touch on this too. And Burke, if you have any closing thoughts, go ahead before we get into Goose. It's just, I why am I not satisfied? I'm not at all. Like, it's just, it's whatever to me. It's like, okay, cool. You hit your open 3-pointers tonight, man. Now, out of your 7 shots, 4 of them were fucking threes. Good job.
The expectations for Lauri were to be the second all-star on this team next to Zach LaVine. So nothing he does in 22 minutes is going to excite you. He could have hit all 7 shots and had 20 points and 5 boards, and you still would have been like, oh, well, this is just Lauri.
I guess it's like me looking towards the next game. It's like, can you actually do it again? I don't know.
We'll see. Him and Kobe both tonight, I think, for me, were X factors off the bench. Kobe got Zach to lead the team with assists with 6. Lauri hit his shots, which is all you can ask from him in that limited playing time. It's not like he got an abundance to make up for the missed ones. He either was going to make them or he was going to sit his ass on the bench. And while I agree that that's the right approach, I think we can throw the guy a bone for doing what he's supposed to do.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do as a rotation player. To me, to be a starter, you need to be able to create your own shot. And I think that's one thing we didn't see tonight is where his shots all came off of chances created by, addition to Vooch and then Vooch kicking it out, or him coming on a cut and then Vooch just throwing it back over his shoulder. None of it was Lauri just taking advantage of the defense, or again, the mismatches tonight. Again, Sabonis out at one point, Miles Turner was out. You didn't see him, he had to be wide open to get a shot,
It's like seeking out the mismatch is something I feel like we've always brought up on this podcast too. It's just he doesn't fucking do it. And I don't know if that's a play design. I don't think it is, because Billy is not stupid.
Because, I mean, you saw Thad do that tonight, seek out the mismatch. You saw Vooch doing that tonight. I don't know where it is from Lauri.
It would take way too long for me to get in depth to why Lauri does what he does. I mean, on a lot of the plays where Lauri does cut or he does flash the post, somebody else also cuts or flashes. Lauri, being the better shooter, instantly has to dip the fuck out and get to his corner. So it comes down to roll. You want Thad in the post. You don't really want Lauri in the post. He's not a post player. You want Vooch in the post. You trust Thad and Vooch to pass out of the post. You don't trust Lauri to pass out of the post. So at this point, I'm not judging Lauri as a starter. I don't think he's ever a starter for the Chicago Bulls again. Thad Young is a veteran. He's the better player. He's had a better season. He's the better fit with our 2-star players. And Lauri's role is going to be to get 7-8 shots and to hit half of them. Going forward, that's what we need from Lauri the rest of the season. And as long as he does that, I can't really complain about it.
Yeah, I guess it's just me being that stan that just wanted more. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, you're probably 100, I'm not afraid to admit it. You're 100% right. Like, this is he is. It's just me wanting more, I guess. These
rookie cards are sitting over here disintegrating in value, man. Like, until he gets, signs with a new team, and if he ever becomes a starter, I'm losing money. Wendell Carter is actually making me money right now. It's a weird times. Lowry used to make me money. Now it's Wendell, and I feel bad for my Finnish friend, but he's in the role that he belongs on this team, and hopefully he can excel in that and buy himself some more minutes and some more shots.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I mean, same thing with Kobe White, too. I mean, I feel like Kobe White has that green light off of the bench, and you get these good games from him where, let's like completely rewind to the beginning part of the season where you saw him doing some playmaking and looking decent doing it, right? And then at the same time, like we would always criticize, like, okay, well, it seems like when he's focused on one aspect of the game, the other aspect he's not focused on. Like when he's trying to score, the playmaking thing is completely gone. When he's playmaking, the scoring just isn't there. I
feel for the kid on defense, though, man. He tries so fucking hard.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
He just like almost makes a good play every time, and then he fucks up somehow, and it's like, oh, you're right there.
Yeah.
You're right there.
I don't know, man. It's just I look at all these pieces and I wonder what's going to actually be here if Zach and Vooch are the way that they're going. And I'm still excited about Vooch. I think Vooch is a great player. I think it's a fucking travesty he didn't take a free throw tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, he got hacked. I forget what play it was.
You're talking about second quarter where he got hacked in the fucking paint.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
He got demolished.
Nothing. No call, nothing. Not even like an eye bet.
I think we gave up a Doug McDermott 3 on the other end, too.
We did. I know it's second quarter. Going over some team stats here. The Bulls, 44-94, 46% from the field. They hold the Pacers to 43% from the field. The Bulls hit 14 three-pointers tonight to Indiana's 9. They shoot 30% from 3. The Bulls shoot 42% from 3. 14 free throws for the Bulls tonight. Hit 11 of them, 12 for 16 from the Pacers. Huge discrepancy in rebounds tonight for the Chicago Bulls. 57 boards to the Pacers, 33. Assists, 28 for the Bulls, 20 for the Pacers. 9 steals for the Bulls. P. Will had 4 of them. 15 steals for the Pacers. Yeah, he looked really good. 21 turnovers from the Bulls. It's one of the first games in a while where we turn the ball over quite often.
Casey jinxed us again. KCJ said pregame questioning Billy in the presser. He goes, so after 2 games in a row of single-digit turnovers, can we look to see that again tonight? And last time I saw this, I jinxed you. So damn it, Casey, you did it again.
Damn it, Casey, what are you doing out there? 48 points in the paint for the Bulls to the 44 for the Pacers. 23 was the largest lead for the Bulls compared to the Pacers' 5. So, I mean, they handled the game.
We led by MJ?
We did. We led by MJ. We handled the game for the most part through and through. Good showing from Vooch. Good showing from Lowry. Yeah, good showing from Kobe for the most part. Zach played his game, just not as efficient as we'd like him to be. So now we're going to move into the next game, and we touched on it earlier. That will be against the Toronto Raptors, who are currently down to the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's right. You lose to them Lakers without any star players. You do it real good.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're 20-30. They'll be 20-31 here in about 2 minutes. Bulls are 21-28. Obviously, they're fighting for that spot into the play-in right now. Bulls will probably be without Daniel Tice again and Garrett Temple. It looks like the Raptors will be without Rodney Hood, Patrick McCall, Paul Watson, Jalen Harris, and Van Fleet is day-to-day.
Yeah, Van Vliet and Lowry didn't play tonight.
No, they did not.
Okay.
So maybe they're getting a rest day to come play us on Thursday.
Tank on, man. Are they going to sit out against us and just throw us the game?
It would be the fucking narrative of the year, right? We just talked about that. All these star players sitting against us. I mean, like
we're the only team that's just buying and trying to get in this play, and everybody else is like, that's the plague, man. Stay away from that shit. That's a participation trophy for mediocrity. I mean, for the Bulls, you're moving forward. So I don't want to make that sound horrible, but that's what other teams are looking at it as, and if that's what we see when we play the Raptors, just absolutely nobody. That's going to be my feeling. Is people are just throwing us a bone. They don't want to be where we are.
I mean, what are your opinions on this, Burke? I mean, I know you haven't been on in a hot minute here, but I mean, these wins don't. I mean, obviously they mean something within the standings, but what do they mean to you as a fucking fan and somebody who covers the team? I mean, I'm not seeing anything that excites me to possibly get into a play-in here.
Well, exactly, because when you get into those plans, everyone's, you don't have that option to then take for the, the lottery. It's we're going to go full strength. No one's getting their rest, and we're going all in. And especially with where we're sitting at now, we're going to have to play 2 games in that play-in. So your guys are going to get tired. So it's not, it's not a full speed game as much as you want to say it when you're, going and when 2 guys are missing from the lineup. It's kind of frustrating.
No, it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, and you look at this schedule that this.
Yeah, we are now closer to the Pacers than the Raptors are to us. After the Raptors lose, we will be back to having a 2-game cushion on the 10th seed, and we are only 1 game away from the Pacers at this point after tonight.
That's fucking mental, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. With how we've been playing, like, that's just – it leads me to believe these teams didn't want to fucking play in so they could just, bet on their odds in the lottery. And regardless, if you're a 10 seed and you're still in the fucking lottery,
and that's where I don't want to lose sight of what the front office decided to do. I applaud what they did.
Yeah, me too.
They took the new lottery system. They saw it. They took it for what it was. They said, hey, look at the Pelicans. They jumped all the way up, and they got Zion Williamson. Look at the Lakers. They jumped all the way up and got the 4th pick and got ammo to trade for Anthony Davis. You don't have to be in the front of the lottery. You don't have to be in the middle. We can push this new system with this opportunity to get some meaningful competitive games that mean something to this team, to this core that's never seen anything like that. To them, the participation trophy is actually a trophy because they've never participated before. So to be able to get there and still have that long shot in the dark with your protection on your pick that you traded for Vooch, fuck it. I'm happy with what we're doing. I do wish that we were playing the teams with all their players, though, because it would feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I mean, 100%. So I guess we'll move into Thursday. We're playing the Raptors. I'm hoping that everybody plays for them that is physically able and we can have a competitive ball game that actually means something in a win, because I don't want to sit here and go completely crazy that we've won 2 in a row when we didn't play Durant or Harden and we didn't play Sabonis or Brogdon.
I will add in here, the Nets are 3-0 or 3-1 with the lost us, but they're 3-0 in every other matchup without Harden and KD when they have Kyrie. So we are the only team that has beat the Kyrie Nets alone.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good, they still have a fucking perennial all-star in the starting lineup there. So, I mean, it's a good point for sure. Well, shit, man. I mean, you guys got anything else before we lead out here to the sunset?
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Hopefully we get to keep riding out into the sunset with a smile on our face, even if it does feel like it was gifted. I'll take gifted wins over shitty losses. So let's keep racking them up. The Knicks are now below 500. Let's catch the Knicks. Let's start from 8th instead of 9th or 10th, or maybe not. Then we don't get that shot in the lottery. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a rock and a hard place, honest to God. I don't know what I want.
We want to be good, but we don't want to be too good. I don't know.
I just want to win, but I also want a good pick, and I know our top 4 pick, because that's where our protection is. So fucking A. I don't know. I really don't know. But the Bulls will play the Raptors, guys. 6:30 Thursday, April 8th at 6:30 Central Time. They're playing at Toronto. Be sure you're going to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us all on Twitter, following Bulls on Tap at OnTapSportsNet, following Burke at ChaiBurke96, Goose at Bulls, Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. 5-star rating and review on the podcasts. And again, hopefully I'm back home in sweet home. Well, I'm not going to say Chicago. I live in Chicago, but sweet home, Illinois. Get out of fucking St. Louis here and get back to where I belong. And we'll recap the game Thursday. Let's go, Bulls.